Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Cloudy Sheep and we are playing Rule the Waves. We're playing as the US. We just commissioned our first battle cruiser, the Lexington class, to be produced. Very soon we will get our second Nevada class, the New Mexico battleship, and that will bring us up to 4 dreadnoughts in 1911, which is a bit late, I feel. But nevertheless, all in all, that will bring us nicely on par, actually a bit in excess of the phase tonnage in battleships, neatly surpassing anyone else, although we are definitely lagging behind in battle cruisers, and definitely even in battleships. We are somewhat behind most other nations, maybe except for Russia. And on the other hand, light or heavy cruisers and even light cruisers, we're a bit worse off, especially in heavy cruisers. You can see we're at not even 60,000 tons. Russia, on the other hand, has 10 battle cruisers with a worth of over 100,000 tons. That being said, Russia is our most probable next enemy, and I would like that to be the case. Russia does have presence in Cuba, because by a bend they stole that from us. We were trying to intervene there, they were a bit quicker. And that of course is something that I would not like, with the hint of the missile crisis and so on. So we accelerated that a bit by more than 50 years. And secondly, I would like to gain a base against Japan, and that means taking over one of these Far Eastern colonies of Russia, specifically Port Arthur over here. I think would be very nice. So, we will increase our spying on Russia a bit in the hope that that will escalate things. And as soon as Nevada here is finishing, we'll probably set up another Lexington and then see whether we might already start to reactivate some of these issues. Certainly when the tensions increase a bit, I would like to do that. A new hawkish government wants to raise armament expenditure. What is your reaction? Excellent, more budget, more tensions. A strong navy is the guarantee of peace, but it must be careful diplomacy, so not quite as much increase of tensions, or we should be careful not to raise. So definitely I want more budget. The question is which one. I think we will go for the hawkish option, push Russia really up here. That is really nice. Good. Andrew Perry is won out and has been sold off. Okay, interesting. I didn't know the game would decide that for me. So that does mean that these guys will soon be sold off as well. Let's quickly make sure that we have a new Andy Perry class then. The last one was 200 tons at 18 knots. It really is not that important what these type of ships carry as long as they're reasonably cheap. Can you carry mines? We cannot, so I don't really see any reason to make it that heavy. I think we can dial it down a bit, save a bit of money. 16 speed, whatever, some guns, did that work? Nah, okay, so we actually need much more tonnage for 5-inch guns, so 4-inch guns now? Oh, we need at least. Would that work? Secondary guns, okay. Yeah, okay, so that would work. We'll go down to 200 then. Yeah. Not really much of an upgrade. In fact, it's slower. That would be exactly the ship that we're trying to replace. So, can we open this design for rebuild and just save it? Apparently we can, and that will allow us to build one of these ships for $25,000, so basically nothing. No, in fact, rebuild. Oh, okay, sorry, that was rebuilding it. I'm not sure that's really required. What would it cost us to? Oh yeah, it would cost us quite a bit to build actually new ones. Let's build one new ship. Yeah. Yes. And let's undergo refits for everyone else. You guys all rebuild. Yes, please. Yeah. Ooh, which design would I like? Yes. Okay. So nice. 6 ships. That makes it 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 more. Okay. I think I want 10. So let's build 2 more. Yeah. That's fine. We have quite a bit of budget left, so I think we want to start on the Lexington wide array. Lexington, there we go. And you suggest something with an L. Let's do Ranger. It's a nice word. Okay, that does push us too low, but Nevada will finish soon. So, right. You know, given this, I think we will want to pull back our New York classes here. And the Montana from being mothballed to at least be the reserve fleet. That will mean they will start to retrain so that they get back up to fair status. It will also increase our costs by a bit. Same here for our heavy cruisers, which will also be taking into reserve. Just making sure that we are getting where we want to be once the war could start. Right then, on the Bainbridges and Indicators, I think all of you guys, anyone who's been mothballed basically, should at least go to reserve status. Yes. Anyone else? You're all in reserve. There are a couple of Tacomas and I think one more being readied soon. So these guys will be ready, and I think the ones that reserved firing upgrade at some point should also be taken into the active fleet again. Again, pushing up costs, but we do have some money to spare, not too much actually, but a bit. And that I do hope is fine then. Your foreign stations in good condition. Your active fleet on the east coast. I think we will want to send you to Southeast Asia, just so you are ready when the war comes. Good. What else is fair? We might start to work up the Ohio's. These are semi-dreadnoughts. And what? 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 A rebellion has broken out in our possession of Maine? And it continues? What the hell? I'm very sorry, but in Maine? There's a revolution in Maine? That doesn't sound right. But okay, I guess. Our unrest level is actually not that high, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Anyway, let's activate all of our ships here, so we can make sure that we are having some presence in the northeast to tackle these things. Yeah, it'll all be activated. The light cruisers all get your stuff together, please. Good. Like it. I don't like our deficit, but that will soon cease to be such a big issue, at least. Second turn. And here we go. Liberal new government wants to reduce arms expenditure. What is your reaction? That will spell doom for our proud nation. Can live with that. Oh, this is good. No. We want to increase tensions with Russia, though. We are helping the Italians. We are again helping the Italians. We entered into an agreement. Damn it. I think I tried to game the game at one point and it failed a bit. Anyway, Should hopefully be fine. Let's take the turn. All of these motor ships finishing their reconstruction. During training exercises, so I imagine as these guys come online again, an unidentified submarine has torpedoed and damaged our ship Michigan, battleship Michigan. She will be dockyard hands for 2 months. There are unfortunately no clues as to who might be behind this underhanded act. The Hawk Party is demanding resolute action. What do you recommend? We take that to the court in The Hague. Lose prestige? No, we don't want that. Issue orders to sink any unidentified submarine. Tensions, but I don't know whom. That don't want to go to war with the UK, really. Or we could increase our budget, increase our prestige, and blame Russia. And that's, of course, what we will in fact do. And that puts us at war with Russia. Lovely. I like it. As already a small engagement, which we gained some points from. Nice. Someone stole secrets. That's a pity, but not much that we can do about it. Okay, so here we go. We are at war a bit earlier than I would have hoped. Our monthly balance is looking okay. Still 2 years for our battle cruisers, even if we accelerate construction over here. At least they would come online at the same time, which I would like, but it's 500,000 more for 2 turns. No, I don't think it's worth it. That's what, 14 turns? No, I don't think so, no. Heavy cruisers still, so 2 years I don't think these guys will play a huge role, unfortunately. So first off, we'll try to fulfill our patrol fulfillment duty. Damn it. Send out the motorboats to be on coastal patrol. Yes. It's only 7. We would also like our slightly obsolete vessels over here, Legato classes, to be on coastal patrol. I think that nearly put us to where we want to be. Bainbridge. These are mainly on the west coast. There's no need to patrol the west coast because bugger all doesn't have it on the west coast, but we might as well. You know, let's put all of these guys on. Patrol. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Crew quality is really bad, but I don't expect these guys to be in a fight anyway. Much more importantly, we do have our battleships and our heavy battleships and so on and so forth. In New Mexico, Nevada class is still working up with poor crew quality, so just starting to start its duty. We think that there's no enemy presence in the Far East. There are some Russian ships in the Caribbean, and of course there will be a lot of Russian ships in Northern Europe. So the question is here really what we want to do, and I think we will try to smash their forces here, get a presence over here, and then at some point move over to Europe to block them off on their home turf. This fair quality not good, but I think you guys will be moved to the Caribbean as well, or rather the first guys to move to the Caribbean. The New Mexico I'm going to keep at home for now. Let's check one thing. There are no Russian ships on the North American East Coast. The issue I have is... No, that wouldn't make sense. Okay, so that works. New Mexico will finish its working up status, and once it gets ready, that will be very lovely. The New York classes are considered obsolete by now, but I do think they are. But we will bring them. We'll bring the Ohios along to the Caribbean, a nice little cruise down there, and maybe the Montana. So you guys will be moved, even though you're on very poor quality, to the Caribbean. Support our firepower there. The New York classes I will keep here and let them work up to get a bit into a bit of a better state. The light cruisers, the Tacoma, will be coming along as a light ship cover. These guys will stay on the east coast. They can't be moved anyway, they do have short range, but these Des Moines over here that aren't somewhere else are also gonna come along to the Caribbean. Nice. There we go. And some of these guys we will set up as raiders, so that they go after enemy shipping. And you will be moved to the Caribbean, do your thing there. Move to Far East Asia, i.e. China. Where is it? Northeast Asia, okay. Fine, that works. You will not be moved to Northern Europe, but you can be moved to the Mediterranean. I think there's probably some shipping passing through that. What else? Where would we place more? Maybe in Southeast Asia. You move to Southeast Asia as a radar. Okay, lovely. Like it. Then there are the heavy cruisers. One in Southeast Asia, the San Diego, the San Francisco moving over there I think as well. There is someone on the west coast. You are working up, so I think I will leave you at that. Whereas the Brooklyn and the Pittsburgh, we will send them over to the Caribbean as well, just so the game knows that we are serious with our firepower over there. That should be okay. Good, I think that's it. Research has a lot of budget, but I'm fine with that for now. Maybe during the war it's worthwhile to increase our research on stuff that will be bringing an immediate benefit apart from anything else. So yeah. And what is in high priority is ship design. Probably down that down for now. We are building many ships anyway. Fire control, yes. Should have done that the other way around, but let's pick minions over here. Okay. Good. Let's see what will happen then. Enemy fleets dominate the sea around Puerto Rico. That's not good. Director firing. Interesting. Very interesting. Right. So they are intercepting a radar from us. I'm going to fight that battle just to make sure that we get away. We need to find them first. We do find them. We turn around. We accelerate as much as possible. It's really overcast? No, it's mist. So this is really, really close. It's well within range. Let's try to go a bit north, because I think we're making this turn towards it and have a slightly more difficult time to react. Do we know anything about it? I'm not going to take time. Yeah, just go ahead and go ultra fast. A bit of a different course, so we are running away. Very nicely, good, okay. Yeah, not that exciting I know, but yeah, still something that we wanted to make sure. And there's night, so they will never find us again. Maybe we can run down there. The game should very soon realize that in fact we don't need to fight this out. Yep, fine. It's fine. 0 points. France. Porting. Attacks. Okay, we got some victory points. I'm not sure why, but so be it. Crew quality. So in Puerto Rico, we should now have a very sizable presence. Oh, look at that. They are actually sending the bulk of their fleet. They are sending 1 battleship, 2 battle cruisers, and 2 battleships, and 7 heavy cruisers. So how much do they have? 1 battleship, 2 battle cruisers. That means that really the bulk, the actual bulk of their ships is down here. That leaves us in a slightly awkward spot. I would have hoped that we'd be slightly better prepared, but at good and fair quality over here, I'm feeling okay. Working off of this would be really nice if it finished. I'm gonna leave these guys on the east coast because I'm afraid that otherwise they might get run over. Who else have we got on the east coast? Southeast Asia, Southeast Asia. You, sir, will be moved to Northeast Asia. I would like an offensive to happen there. Or in Cuba, but one of them really should. All of that is East Coast. You're still reserve fleet? You should be active fleet. Right, you're raiders, okay, that's fine. 200,000 extra? Anything we'd want to spend that on? Don't think there's much useful stuff that we could buy at this point. Still hope that there are some guns that name, so I don't think it's weird. Ships. Oh, direct fire control. Damn it, I forgot about that. Cruise information and parallel cons. Yeah, that's nice. Russian submarine sinking. They're sinking stuff from us. A medium-sized battle on the Virgin Islands, which they decline. Convoy attack. We have something they don't. So there we go. We should earn some more points. Yep. Okay. Yeah, pulling ahead, but not by much. So, director control. Let's open the Nevada for redesign. And let's fit it with director firing, because that is a huge increase. Why does it have so much weight remaining? We can't increase torpedo defenses after the fact. Okay, I thought it might be a possibility. So the rebuild cost would be 3 million. What's that from base? Sorry. So 1.8 million, director 3 million. Okay, we could think about upping the guns. Nope, that's not possible. And it somewhat weirdly reset stuff. So, is there anything else we'd want to do? We carry some mines. We can't. We can carry more ammo though, so I think that's worthwhile. Yep. No, I don't want to open that. No, I don't want to open that. But we could think about it. So for 4 months, the Nevada would be out of action. It's not currently working anyway. Also, California, if we take director firing, the weight is a bit of a problem, so probably we have to drop a couple of rounds and then it will be fine. Also 4 months for that. Don't know why it always asks that twice. And the Ohio, I think we really should load. Might actually. You know what, actually? Damn it. Damn it. And we'd want to use director firing and director firing on the secondary guns as well. And then you can take more bullets. And then you save it. Unless, of course, we don't have that, so that's fine. Okay. Never mind. Sorry, my bad. So do we want to take it in? If it's still working up? Let's do it. Sorry, let's rebuild it. It's 4 months. We are currently at war, so that's not ideal. But it does allow us to use that to use that somewhat more quickly. So yeah, and it will be better. So let's take the turn. Boosted industrial production, nice. Battleships being commissioned. I can buy with a little less, please. Not with 1.5 million less. In fact, that really is a problem. Anyway, coastal raid by Russia on Panama. Medium-sized battle, whatever that means. Oh, and here we go for the first actual battle with a couple of light cruisers. I consider that a small battle. I don't know why they're seeing that differently. Anyway, it's night, which is not nice because it doesn't mean, it means we're never going to see the enemy. And there are other ships in here that we need to protect. It's a weird. Why is this regiment flipping out so weirdly? Are you trying to run away from someone? And it's now 1 AM, so things might start to look a bit lighter soon. Again, just decrease too fast, which means that we will probably get a report very soon about some gunfire. Seen anything? Nothing so far. 2:20, so soon? Nope. Come on, I want daylight. 2 hours. Here we go, daylight. Still can't see anything. But apparently they spotted someone. There we go. Unidentified ship down there. So this is our range. It's supposed to be a battleship, is that really true? No, of course not. It's a light cruiser, which did just destroy one of our merchantmen. So that's not very nice of it, is it? Let's try to catch it. I think we should inflict some damage, but let's check what. Oh yeah. Look at that, 3 turrets disabled already. 4-inch guns. I think you, my friend, made a very big mistake. And sitting dead in the water now. Yeah. Very nice victory. Very good. Good stuff. Lots of points. Good. Russia is increasing stuff. Everyone else is building ships, which I read Russian for a second there, but that's not true. How are things looking over here under construction? This is hurting us, but in 3 months that might be fine. We could see with the Nevada. Yeah, let's see. We might want to pause at least the Pueblo over there. How are forces currently distributed? Russia is having a heavy cruiser over here. Russia still has a battle cruiser over here. And the other forces are presumably at home. Yes, they are. Right then. We will keep in the Caribbean at least till the New Mexico has finished up their refit to the Director. And after that I think we will take the fight to Russia. Let's briefly make sure that no one is suffering from any attrition or anything like that. It doesn't look so I think that's fine. Very lovely to see. So, thank you guys for watching. Been a nice, very little small start to the episode here, but still, we are at war with Russia. We are spending quite a bit on that and sinking their ships, so that's good. See you guys next time. Bye bye.